Knowing the combination, everybody can open that lock. When you know the secrets to success, life opens up. It can't not. It doesn't know or care how old you are, what your IQ is, what your gender is, what your race is. I would have you all on the edge of your seats in the first 10 minutes. It was a requirement for my family. That's how we viewed it, or I viewed it anyway, to go to church every Sunday morning. And the requirement was met if you stayed for the entire Mass. You wouldn't get credit if you left early. You couldn't sneak out after communion or after the second collection like some folks would. You had to wait until the priest left the altar. So every Sunday morning we'd get there early, sit in the last row of in the last pew in the church so that we could be the first ones out. The minute Father Tom's foot hit the floor, we would bolt for the door as quickly. The good news is we spent less time in the car, which is where we did a lot of our fighting. Right? How do we bridge the gap from the church experience in there to the parking lot experience? How do we bridge the gap from the classroom to the work? And we want to blame the E, the event. The event plus the response equals the outcome. So often we blame the event. We say the event equals the outcome. E equals O. I got sick. I couldn't go to work, so I didn't get it done. The challenge that we have with just doing traditional training is that it isn't really as sustainable as we would like it to be. 30 years ago, it was great to script our staff and teach them how to handle difficult situations, and it was more of a programming kind of quality to it. And today, it's more effective and more sustainable, we know, to make that training much more transformational. It's about creating an emotional connection between the employee and the goal.
I definitely feel empowered and I feel motivated.
When the employee is emotionally connected to the goal, to the company, to their coworkers, to a sense of purpose for what they're doing, that emotional connection drives their engagement. We know that emotions are experienced in the body before they're experienced in the mind. So if we want an emotional connection, which drives engagement, then let's anchor that in the body when it's experienced in the training program. To speak it or to read it or to listen to it isn't the same training impact. It doesn't have the same sustainable qualities as standing up and moving around and feeling it.
Michael Kline is probably is the best presenter I've ever seen, accepts challenging questions from the audience and always seems to have a good answer.
His pacing's great, his sense of humor is great, and the flow, you can tell he's in his flow. It's contagious.